meeting our lovely loggerhead turtle, Omeros, who's just swimming around the back here. Sadly, Omeros is completely blind. That is the only reason why we have him here in captivity. So he's had a very hard time of it, bless him. He is a rescued turtle. He was found washed up on the coast of Greece. He was caught and trapped in so much fishing net that he couldn't move. And one of the hooks had managed to pierce through his eye. This led to a really nasty infection in both eyes. He was put into rehab with the hope of releasing him back into the wild, but sadly his eyesight didn't improve, it didn't come back, and he couldn't be signed off for release. It would be very unfair to put a blind turtle back into the wild. He'd have a very low chance of survival. We were lucky enough to be chosen as his new home, mainly because of the shape and size of our tank. So because it's a circle, he can do his laps around without getting stuck in any corners. But this tank is still small enough that he can't get lost and confused. He can be very well monitored. And he's the boss of this tank, so we don't really have any other really big animals in here. So yeah, he's the boss, no one ever picks on him. Because he is from the wild, we don't know exactly how old he is, but given his size and weight, we reckon he is about 40 years old. But they can live to be 80, maybe even 100 sometimes, so hopefully we will have him for many more years. So because he can't see, bless him, we feed him by sound. So in a second, when he's in the right spot, I'll be banging this jug on the side, and fingers crossed he should follow the sound over to me for some lunch today, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. Oh, there we go. I think he's heard me, and he's a clever boy. He should now make his way round, feeling himself around the edge until he gets to me. I will gently be tapping him on the head so he knows where I am. It doesn't do him any harm. He's a loggerhead turtle, and they are named after their nice big heads. They've got very strong jaws, so please don't feel tempted to touch him, as you may be going home with a few less fingers than you started the day with. He's got a nice big fish there. Oh, there we go, good boy. There we go, he knows what to do now. He's very well trained. So on the menu today I have whiting fish. So it's a nice big healthy white fish for him. Oh, good boy, Ross, you're hungry today. Oh, not my grabbers. Yeah, it can be the trial and error experience, speaking of blind turtle. We do bend and break the odd pair of grabbers. And sometimes we do drop the odd bit of food on the floor, down on the bottom of the tank. It never goes to waste. If anything, the other fish think it's their lucky day, and they will gladly gobble up any leftovers. Good boy, Ross. So as I mentioned, he's a loggerhead turtle. He's got nice big strong jaws. They're designed for crushing and grinding. So in the wild they would mainly eat hard-bodied animals. Oh, Ross, where are you going? Come back this way. Oh, he's got a bit lost there. Yeah, they would mainly eat hard-bodied animals, such as sea urchins, clams, and lots of crabs. He's very well designed for eating crabs off of the bottom. Oh, well, Ross, that didn't go in very well, did it? No, good boy. Nearly dropped that bit. Oh no, he has got it. Yeah, very well designed for eating crabs. They can crunch through that hard shell. But now he's in here, we treat him like royalty. He gets a nice varied menu of food. But because of that, he has actually become a bit of a fussy eater. A bit like your cat or dog when you feed them the same food for a while. And he's now decided he absolutely hates eating crabs, even though that's exactly what he's designed to eat. And if you try to feed him a crab, he will swim off in a strop. He'll even not forgive you for a few days after as well. So yeah, he's become a bit of a prince. Last bit on Ross, there we go. So yeah, crabs are mainly off the menu, and his favourite is squid. So yeah, fish and squid we normally feed him on. And that's his only meal of the day. That will do him now until tomorrow lunchtime. So in a minute he'll probably work out that there's no more food, and he'll carry on his business of swimming around. He might look at me a bit like a puppy waiting for some more for a bit, but he'll get the message eventually. So he is a creature of habit. He does prefer Ross. Waiting for some more, bless him. He is a creature of habit. He does prefer to swim this way around the tank. We haven't trained him to do that. That's just the way he's decided he likes head up for breath when he swims around. But unlike us, he does have a very good breath hold. If he wanted to, he could probably hold his breath for up to 6 hours. And that is plenty of time for taking a snooze down on the bottom. Sadly, because he's blind, he doesn't know what he looks like when he goes for a nap. So you often find him face planted on the tunnel, or he likes to use the rocks as a pillow, and he has his bottom floating up in the air. People do run up to us going, there's something wrong with your turtle, he's down there not moving, but he is just taking one of his afternoon naps. So yeah, if you see that later on, please don't panic. And whilst he's resting, you might see some of the other fish pecking at his shell. They're not doing him any harm. If anything, they're doing him a big favour. It's more like a spa day for him, and they help to keep his shell clean of any algae. So without them, they'd have a very hairy and unkept shell indeed. We do get asked why we don't have a nice sandy beach area for him to climb out on, have a chill out and a sunbathe. Because he's a male, he has no reason whatsoever to leave the water, so he's fully aquatic. If anything, a day on the beach for Omeros would be incredibly uncomfortable because of the weight of his shell. So it's only the female loggerheads that do return to land, and that is purely to lay their eggs. And remarkably, they will travel thousands of miles to try and get back to the same beach that they themselves were also hatched on, which is quite remarkable. Just finally, when he next swims around, I'll just point out a few other war wounds he has, bless him, that you might have spotted. He does have quite a large lump at the back by one of his flippers that some of you might have spotted. This lump is completely harmless if anyone was wondering. It's actually a big, we think mainly scar tissue. It's kind of just a harmless soft lump. It's just by this back flipper on this side. Some of you might have already spotted it. When he was in his rehab, he had to have a few blood tests and a minor operation, and they went through the same incision, and it's kind of left him with a funny bit of scar tissue, but it's been thoroughly examined by a vet, and it is completely harmless. It doesn't cause him any harm. And on the same side at the back, he does have a large chip missing from his shell. We reckon that might have been from a boat propeller during his accident. So yeah, he's been through the wars, bless him, but he always comes over. He's got a great appetite on him to eat all of his food, so we can only assume he's nice and happy. We've probably had enough of me talking about him. He's eaten a lot, so I'll leave it there. But I will jump down and hang around for a few minutes if anyone has any questions at all. Our next talk is at 1:30, back downstairs with our little native octopus, if anyone was interested in that. Thank